Good morning. It's Friday. It's the 10th of April, 2026, the end of another week, and a very interesting week it's been. Everything that's happening right now is to distract from the collapse of the old financial system, the old US dollar, the euro, and the pound. There are those countries that are already ahead of the game, but we're watching the complete dismantling of an old system. What's happening at the moment in Israel, Iran, Lebanon is all part of the distraction. It's very interesting when you dig deep into what's actually happening because in the movie, it's very, very distressing. And my heart goes out to the people of Lebanon because they're getting hit very, very hard by Israel at the moment. And we have friends in the Lebanon, and they're telling us exactly what's going on. They are getting hit very hard by Israel, and they were hit within 2 hours of the ceasefire being announced. And then Israel was like, "No, we didn't want to include the Lebanon. We wanted to hit them." And this just shows what a rogue group of people they are. They've gone completely rogue, and now we're in a very difficult position because America has to detach itself, and America has detached itself, but the United States is still attached to Israel. Listen to what I've just said. The United States is still attached to Israel, but America is detached already. But we're watching the complete collapse of the United States corporation, along with Israel, who are a complete rogue nation, whether you like them or not. The way that they go about their business, where they believe they're better than everybody else in the world and nobody else matters, and there's no law that sits above them. Allegedly, this is all being exposed. This is all part of the exposure. And they, of course, they've controlled the money. They used to print it. So we're watching the complete collapse of the old system. There's a lot of people out there who are turning on Trump at the moment. But Trump had to infiltrate them to find out what they were doing. He's not their friend. He's just pretending to be, and has been pretending to be for a while now in the movie, to expose them. That's how you do it. This is fifth generation warfare. This is the art of war. We're going through a difficult period, and don't jump too soon because of what you're seeing. There's so much going on right now. You're watching a movie, you're watching a pantomime, you've been told 1,000 times. Be very careful because what you're seeing a lot of the time is not exactly what's happening. This is the art of war. Drew, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Well, following on from that, Charlie, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's long running corruption trial is set to resume on Sunday, following a pause due to the emergency measures during the recent conflict with Iran. The trial, which began in 2020, involves charges including bribery, fraud, and breach of trust, all of which Netanyahu denies. The outcome remains closely watched by both in Israel and internationally.
It's a very interesting case because during this trial, there has been lawyers that have, in their own language, been unalived. You and I tend to call that killed, assassinated, removed, whatever. They tend to try and use nice language like unalived. But in the end, the truth will always come out. I had no idea at the start of this journey how much they would fight to hang on to power. I knew that they'd be taken down. I knew that the end game happened 3 years ago, and they were taken down. But boy, oh boy, didn't they put up a fight? They put up one hell of a fight, and they still are. But don't get distracted. Also, it's very interesting that Iran has now decided to cancel all communications with the US and with Israel because they cannot be trusted. The one thing with the Iranians, whether you like them or not, if they say they're going to do something, they do it. With the Americans, as in the United States of America, they cannot be trusted. Israel can definitely not be trusted. These are very testing times. And when Iran says we're not going to talk anymore, it's because they've tried many times and failed. And as I pointed out yesterday, the price of fuel in Iran is so cheap compared to our prices of fuel. It's no wonder that Israel and America are trying to knock the doors down and take control of that place. No wonder at all. Under the guise that they've got nuclear weapons from two countries that actually do have nuclear weapons. Allegedly. They're telling them they can't. Really? Wakey, wakey. True.
Next up, and this is a funny one, Charlie. NASA says that people along the coast of San Diego County in California might hear a sonic boom Friday afternoon, 5 p.m, when the Orion capsule carrying the Artemis 2 crew re-enters the atmosphere, wrapping up its historic trip around the moon. The boom may be loud enough to rattle windows when the capsule re-enters.
You can't make this stuff up. There's a couple of little clues in what you just said there. It could be blowing up deep underground military bases in that part of the world. But California, of course, is exactly where the studios of Tyler Perry are, where it's all filmed. So they might just let off a massive firework as part of their little game. This is all part of trying to make their story look real. And I'll give it to them. They're very, very good because they've been doing it for years. The television studios can make something look that it's not. We've now had hard evidence that the photograph that they took of the Earth from the moon, the clouds are in exactly the same place as they were 50 years ago when they took the same picture from the moon before. Now, the chances of that happening, I'll let you decide, because you might still want to live in your happy bubble and believe that they went round the moon and came back. As I said before, there's still a number of lunatics out there. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on the Insiders Club tomorrow for even more news that we cannot talk about here. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
These are the facts, not put out by mainstream media. If you want to know the truth, we put out the truth every single day, Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays we spend with our families, as we should do. So if you want to know the truth, come to charlieward.com and see real news daily. And join the Insiders Club, which is live on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Hi guys, it's Charlie here. If you're looking to protect your future with gold or silver, pick the region you're in and choose one of our trusted partners.
Global Gold for those that are based in America and Canada. And for those in the UK and Europe, we have Orvesta. Get yours now at charlies.gold.